All right, 5x5, 5x5. All right. I don't see the little audio. Hopefully the audio is working. 5x5, if anybody can hear me. This is a good one. This is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have, what you see in front of you is the phone number to Governor DeSantis's comment line. I am asking you to call Governor DeSantis and request that Governor Newsome be held as an accessory to vehicular homicide. If by chance, if we got sound, let me know, whoever's in the chat. All right, great to hear it. All right, if you gave your keys to a 14-year-old to go to the corner store and get milk and bread and butter, and on the way to the store, that 14-year-old killed innocent people with your vehicle, you as a parent or an uncle or a neighbor or whomever would be charged with accessory to vehicular homicide. Is Governor Newsome above the law? I don't think so. And once DeSantis gets wind of the idea of charging the governor of the state who deregulated the requirements to get a CDL in the state of California is being charged with accessory to vehicular homicide, shit is going to change across the nation. Not because we think that he'll be charged with it, although he should, and in 1988 he would, in the world that we all grew up in, that is, he would be charged with vehicular homicide. Could you imagine in 1988 trying to perceive the idea that the governor of California deregulated the requirements to get a license that controls vehicles that are 60,000 to 80,000 pounds on the roadways? I mean, your brain couldn't even wrap around that. And we just had another accident with a guy from Africa who was driving on the wrong side of the road, just like they do in Africa, and killed 3 people on a motorcycle in Nevada. And he received his driver's license, his CDL, commercial driver's license, with deregulated regulations and rules in the state of Michigan. But we haven't heard the outrage yet from the governor of Nevada as we have the governor of Florida. So for right now, I'm asking you to call this comment line and demand that, for the safety of the country, that Governor DeSantis make sure that Governor Newsome is charged with accessory to vehicular homicide. And so should whoever runs the California Department of Transportation, who issued that license. But he issued that license, deregulated the needs and the requirements to get that license because of what the governor wrote into law. So we are asking you to call and get and demand that he be held responsible. And that is accessory to vehicular homicide, because that's what the Indian guy's been charged with. And he didn't do it alone. He wouldn't be on the road if somebody didn't illegally deregulate the requirements to become a CDL driver, because all the laws that were broken here have been laws since the 1960s, at least till the 1980s. Some of them probably seatbelt, that wasn't there. Remember how outraged you were when you found out your state passed a law and said you had to have a seatbelt? I think they should reverse that law, and you don't have to wear a seatbelt, but your insurance also doesn't have to pay the claim on you personally and your bodily damage after it. But just like a helmet, go ahead. You want to ride without one? Go ahead. All right, I'm going to move this over a minute, so I can read your comments, and I'm going to get off. Casey says, at Dar Daddy, hello. I heard he had a CDL from Washington State too. That's even, if that one was still, which one was he using? Because you got to turn your ID in. If he's using both, then we go after both, because Washington, D.C. is a very broken state. And we do have friends of the channel here, longtime friends of mine on YouTube and in real life, that live in that state, and they're very disgusted by the way that state's going. So the shorter I do keep this, the better. Dar Daddy, I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Gertrude says this person took out a bridge prior. Yes. I guess he took out not just a bridge, but like a bridge that was marked a landmark. So let's get on. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, everybody's here today. Fuck you to Oob. That's how I spell the F word, with a PH. I think that's what you're saying, and Bill. So just a quick idea. See, ladies and gentlemen, twice we called the White House, and I don't think it was more than 15 or 20 of you. But you represent 10,000 people every time you call a politician. So let's represent. We just need 10 of us to make this phone call, and 100,000 people brought it to the attention of, and oddly enough, when I asked Grok if Governor DeSantis had a comment line, it said the governor may not answer. It might be his staff. Like, who would have thought the governor was going to answer? Like, the governor's in the same room that the telephone's going to ring in? Very strange. I doubt he'd answer, but it was weird that Grok mentioned it might be one of his staff. So when we call the White House, we're calling into a big call center that's taking calls from all around the country. When you call the Florida, you're calling into an office. You're probably calling into an office that has 10 or 12 people in it, maybe 5 or 6. So let's get those phone calls out there in the next couple days and request, word it like this: Governor Newsome be held as an accessory to vehicular homicide. Write it down if you have to. Peace and love worldwide. Live your life before your life lives you, and keep on smiling, America. I love you guys. I just don't want to waste your time with repeating stupid stories that every single YouTube truther is doing. So you're not hearing from me much, but please take note. When you do hear from me, it's important. And if you're a subscriber to the Fun Channel, please go watch the live stream I did the other night. It's got a lot of important information in it. Actually, everybody should know one of the new changes on YouTube that's coming up that I talk about in there.